Welcome to the off season of the Milwaukee Tech Stags Dynasty here on College Football 25. If you've been enjoying the series, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on this video. I appreciate it. And our season came to an end in the RL Carriers Bowl. We lost to Sam Houston. And here are some players leaving, and Carl Glass Jr. is the one who is a bit of a standout. Vigors as well. He gave up a lot of touchdowns. But yeah, Devin Wells leaving. And Chris Smith also leaving. These are all graduates. No one actually wanted to transfer out, so that's kind of interesting. This might be the first time I've ever had that happen in a dynasty that I've done. Usually year one, someone wants to transfer out, but we have a commitment here. Stephen Spears, middle linebacker. Then we have Cameron Babcock, right tackle, also committing to Milwaukee Tech. And then we have some other guys we are in first place on. So those are guys who were kind of left over at the end of the previous season and had not committed yet, and then they finally did. So a couple guys that we're still looking at here and still trying to get. So we come through here, believe we have some more recruits, looking for some more corners that can come in and play. Some 2-stars, but also these are transfers, so trying to get some of these guys in here. Well, we could have them for multiple seasons, so kind of got to focus on trying to get those guys in here. Some wide receivers that I want to try to get as well, potentially bring them in. Looking around here, what's this guy's speed? Only 87 speed. Gonna take him off the board. I can't do much with that, and he's just not gonna develop, quick enough, I think, to get that speed up. I don't think so. You find a guard here. This is a transfer, junior. So we'll bring him in. We do need guard depth, and this is just a depth add. Honestly, could be a guy we could move around potentially, but just trying to add some depth to the line. Always good to have depth on the line. So we advance. Then we get Ken Boyette. We get Alex Huerta, who is a 2-star. So added a couple more 2-stars. Diego Rosas was a corner we were really looking at before the end of the season. Looked like we were in a good position, but then Colorado came in, and we can't compete with that, honestly. So some other corners we're looking at here. We're kind of in a decent spot with them. Lawrence Seymour, we jump up on him, but then we found another corner before the end of the season in Colton DeLuca. So try to put some time in on him. We're looking pretty good here with Stephen Killings. Doesn't really matter, right? He attended the meeting, he had a visit, had a good time. And so we can't sell anything really yet. We just don't have good enough sells on him, so we'll have to send the house for him. Chauncey Logan, we're looking pretty good on him, kind of, but we're kind of tied with Liberty. So Liberty could potentially jump us here. His deal breaker is playing time, and we're gonna have to hope that he likes playing style. I believe we're gonna have to hope that he likes that. We're just gonna have to hope that he likes that as we try to, get these guys in here. If he doesn't like it, then he probably won't commit to us. Looks like Liberty was kind of stepping in on him anyways. So looking for some more quarterbacks, just to have depth at the position. And we have a transfer here, Walker White. So look to maybe bring him in, and I like having multiple quarterbacks. You never know when you might need that option to, bring another guy in. So I believe he's an Auburn guy, actually. So getting a transfer from Auburn would be interesting. No one's committed just yet. And but we're looking still good on some of these other players. And the corners kind of not going the way we need, as apparently Chauncey Logan did not particularly care for that sell. So, yeah, did not like it, I don't think. So, looks like Liberty is probably going to be in position to nab him. And we're still going to try to get him. Honestly, still have to try. We're in second place. Maybe Liberty trips up on him, but I just kind of don't think that's going to happen. Again, we just don't have good sells here. We're just yeah, they're just not good. I mean, that's really, there's nothing more I can say on that. Walker White, we are in second place on, so gonna keep trying. I mean, he's not guaranteed to be a starter here for us at all, but could be a guy that I would maybe potentially redshirt and kind of see if he would, could be a starter for us down the line, a season or two from now. Get that 3-star quarterback now. I think that'd be pretty interesting. I actually decided to scout him a little bit, kind of see what his numbers look like. And he has 92 throw power, some good accuracy, awareness a little low, but everything else looks pretty good, honestly. Has some nice abilities as well, so that would be a fun player to get. Now, this is kind of like at the end of things. Add some tackles to the board, and we're just going to offer scholarships and hope that offering these scholarships will be enough to jump us to first place when we advance here, because this is the last week of transfer portal and this kind of end of season recruiting. So just going to try to add some stuff up here on these guys and potentially jump to first place and get those cheap, easy commits. That's kind of what the goal is, honestly. So we're going to advance here. All season recruiting, week 4. And the board has come together pretty good. Stephen Killings, a 3-star tight end, commits. Lawrence Seymour commits. 3-star left guard. Colton DeLuca, 3-star corner, commits. Well, something Johnson. We get Walker White, quarterback. And so Chauncey Logan ends up going to Liberty like I figured he would. That's kind of just what I thought would happen, but we don't get Greg Emery, one of the right tackles we tried getting in on. So that is a little disappointing. Wasn't able to really remake the cornerback room as much as I wanted, but we were able to get some guys in here. And that is the recruiting class here, as I'm kind of trying to arrange this in a way where the stars line up. But take a look here at some of these dev traits. Star for Walker White. Normal for some of these 2-star guys. I don't think I've rarely ever seen a 2-star guy get more than normal. Maybe I've seen impact once or twice, but we get star here for him, impact for Schrader, impact, normal, impact, normal, star for Spears. And then we get normal for Wade, impact, normal for normal, and impact. So no elite development for anyone that we recruited, which is a little disappointing. I'm sure there's a way to figure that out, but we look through here, kind of see where our recruiting class kind of ends up, and we are 71 in the nation, 14 3-stars, 10 2-stars, 24 total players in our class. And in terms of the Sun Belt, that is good enough for the 3rd or 4th best class in the entire Sun Belt, which is pretty good. No one in the Sun Belt got a 4-star, and honestly, that's kind of how it should be. Like, I don't think the Sun Belt Conference team should be getting 4-star players all that often. In terms of the East or the West, we are 3rd in the West, and it looks like Louisiana had a crazy cracked class, along with Southern Miss with 17 3-stars, 18 3-stars for Southern Miss. And then we are there with 14 and 10. So an all right recruiting class. So we have 50 coaches points to spend, and we're going to go and spend these on Motivator. I did hire a coordinator with the Motivator ability, but I want to make sure that I have that all filled up, mostly so we can get tier 3. That's really what I want to get, tier 3. So quarterbacks get an off-season training boost. Just players getting that off-season training boost, that is massive towards growing your program, especially for a program like us where, I know I could probably game the system and get 4 stars before I should be able to get 4-star players, but we're going to try to keep it somewhat realistic here, and we're going to try to build through 2 and 3-star prospects. I think that's the best way to do it. So we have quarterback and then lineman there. We're looking through want to figure out what's the next thing I want to get to, at least that tier 3. Took a look here. Defensive backs. That makes a lot of sense. Our DBs are kind of not good, but our defensive line, I kind of want to get this team built through the trenches, and that's what we go with. And at the very least, get that put in work. That is so important, getting that off-season training boost. Fourth quarter, it's whatever. Honestly, to me, the training boost is the most important thing to get. And this final 5 points, looking around, where are we going to spend it on? We're going to go with wide receiver so we can eventually, when we get our next 10, get that up to tier 3 as well. So the goal is to get motivator for us filled up. Also, I think you get a double boost if you have a coordinator with the coach ability as well. I could be wrong on that, but our offensive coordinator does have motivator in here as well. So that's pretty nice. He's also a tactician. Nothing too crazy. Nothing past tier 2 for 2 of those. And then our defensive coordinator skews a little bit more to tactician. And, some of these are tier 4. Some of these are tier 3. Some of these are tier 2. So, pretty nice right there. I think we have a good mix. I think that's kind of how you want to do it. Do it for your coordinators when you are starting off here in these dynasties. So pretty happy with the 2 coordinators that I signed. They both kind of skew hard in one direction, but in different directions, I think. So here is the little bit of the roster. We're going to talk about a little bit here about some of the players who got better. We'll do more of a breakdown of the roster in the next episode before we start our season off. But Aiden Armenta goes up to an 82 overall. I kind of forget what he was. I think he was like a 72 or something. I honestly, I'm kind of blanking on what his overall was, but he has a lot of ways to go actually still. So good chance Walker White might have to re-hit the transfer portal because, still Aiden Armenta can max out power, can just about max out accuracy. So there's still a long ways for him to go to get better. So he might end up being our quarterback, not just for our first year or second year, but potentially years, 3 and 4. Honestly, that's really a chance for him to do that. So we'll get more into that next episode. Now it's coming time to encourage some transfers, and we're going to start right here. General Booty, who started the first game for us, we are going to encourage him to hit that transfer portal. We brought in some other quarterbacks, and so there's just not going to be a space where he ends up starting for us. And Brooks Anzalone is also going to end up transferring out of here. Hunter Herring is another guy who will probably end up hitting the portal as well, but we just have to go through these other players and get this down a little bit here as well. So running back's going to have to hit the portal. We don't have a fullback on the roster. A couple of receivers, we're going to be asking them to hit that transfer portal as well. If you're more than a incoming freshman and you're below a 70, we're probably going to ask you to leave. That's just kind of how it's going to go. Wesley Campbell is going to be asked to leave as well. I wouldn't be shocked if he's probably like a long snapper, but that kind of seemingly doesn't really, that's not like a position in EA football games. So going through here, looking through some more guys that we're getting rid of, and I feel so dirty getting rid of these guys. It's like these guys are like college people, you know what I mean? Like they have, they go to class in school, and it's like, hey, because you're not good at football, you got to get the hell out of here. I don't know if that's how that works. Like when you get cut from the team, do you like get to stay on athletic scholarship or not? Like what is that? Or you just got to go find a new school to go to? Is that? I assume that's what that is. Which honestly, that seems kind of screwed up in a weird way. It's like, that doesn't seem the most nice. So we're looking through some more players we want to, have not play for us. And, yeah, so this, Stefan Sewa, gonna have to hit the bricks, pal, and, find somewhere else to go. So we still need to cut one other player, and it is gonna be, looking through here, both of these quarterbacks, it's gonna be Hunter Herring. He's already a senior redshirt guy, so we're coming the season with 4 quarterbacks, so it's gonna be interesting on who gets redshirted here between Walker White and Preston Doss, because I want to make sure at least I have 3 quarterbacks good to go. I mean, it could just burn one of the red shirts if they need to play, but redoing some conferences here, and UMass is going to be added to the MAC along with UConn. Both of those schools going to join the MAC. I think now all that stuff is all kind of fixed, so I don't think it's like an issue with the schedule anymore. Whatever the issue was with the schedule, but you would do like the custom conferences that would pop up. I think that's fixed, so we should be good to go here. We should be able to do some custom conference stuff, and then should be able to make our own custom schedule. Redid the Pac-12 a little bit here. Might move Cal and Stanford back next year. I think that makes a lot of sense to get those schools back over there into that conference. The Mountain West is a little depleted right there, but yeah. So, I know there's some talks of maybe some American teams joining the Mountain West. I think there's like a couple rumors of potentially like Northern Illinois joining the Mountain West, actually, which is like kind of nutty. That probably won't happen in my dynasty, but maybe it will. Who knows how things will play out. But our schedule, they always do these super hard schedules. I don't know why. We would not be playing Alabama. This isn't like the old BCS system where you have to schedule a super tough out of conference schedule if you want to have like a weird chance to make the playoff or anything like that. We're not even thinking about the playoff. Just want to put ourselves in position to be viable to potentially win the Sun Belt, which could be enough to get into the playoff as like a lower seed. But looking through here, who we want to play, someone kind of similar to us in terms of, their roster, and New Mexico State makes a lot of sense. So we start the season off at Wisconsin. We'll keep the FCS team on here, gives ourselves a little tune-up, and then they have number 20 Nebraska on the schedule. And again, not sure the obsession with getting us to try to play on the super tough schedule like that. We are totally not playing Nebraska. Look through the schedule. Trying to see if I had any later season buys. We don't. So Nebraska, that game is not happening. Not going to be playing in Nebraska. But we're going to take that off of there and kind of put a game in week 5 instead. And looking through here, who do we want to play? And, looking around, and the Huskies. Why not play the Huskies? Go to DeKalb. I hope I said that right. DeKalb or DeKalb. Someone's probably upset with I didn't say something right, but go take on the Huskies. A MAC team. Who knows? Maybe we might potentially join the MAC if the Huskies look to bolt to the Mountain West. Who knows? Who knows? But we're going through some recruiting here. We have a couple 4-stars on here, but that's more just like seeing if we can jump up on the board and then maybe try to hold on for the commitment. But some 3-star gems on our board. We're looking through here, giving out the scholarships, and we get an instant commit. Manu Tafa, strong safety. I didn't get a chance to even scout him, but instantly committed. That is a positive for us. So we come through a little bit here, and we got a 2-star on here, but a lot of 3-stars first place on right now. So that is a very good thing for us. And because other schools, 3-stars, they don't necessarily offer scholarships right away, so you can get that big jump right away when you are playing this game, and I take advantage of that because I'd be a fool not to. That's why I try not to do it with too many 4-stars with these lower tier programs, just because I think that's just a little too unrealistic to be getting 4-stars when you're just a know-nothing program in the Sun Belt or anything like that. It's just a little weird to me, honestly, and I hope they kind of make it more difficult to do that in College Football 26. But I want to thank you guys for watching this. Season 1 in the books, and now we come here for Season 2, and we're going to be starting at Wisconsin, taking on the Badgers week 1, and I don't know what to expect from this game. It's not like Wisconsin, compared to us, is a juggernaut, but Wisconsin is not on good times right now in real life. I feel like it's kind of a joke to kind of see how the program is personally. They should be a lot better than what they are. There's no excuse for them to be, you know, a lower tier Big Ten team. They should be close to the upper echelon, I think, honestly. That's just my personal opinion. But, yeah. Come back for that. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see what we got cooking up for Season 2. I thank you all for watching all of these videos. And I will see you guys in the next one with more Milwaukee Tech Stags Dynasty. Thanks for watching. Peace.